Welcome to Jake's Stories. Today I'm going to go over an AI character creation I did with ChatGPT. This one is for Jayden for my book, The Real World. Recently I took the book off of Amazon and now I'm posting it on my website as a blog, one chapter at a time. It's on jakestories.com, so you can check that out. Sorry, a little bit of ASMR there for you. This is a drawing that I made of my character. This one, if we look close up, he's got these marks on the uniform. It's kind of a military uniform. I kind of changed that, and you'll see as we go along how that changed. I still need to kind of finalize exactly what I want to do with the design of the character, but I was able to make something that I liked with ChatGPT. This is just kind of a rough drawing. He has the mannequin here, so these are gauntlets, and they're high-tech, mechanical on this underbelly of the forearm. There's a monitor with a touch screen to access information. And then on the top here, this is a laser. You can shoot the laser, and so that's the mannequin. So everybody on the island of Edem has these mannequin built-in weapons and information system. He also carries a pistol, and this is Jayden. This is who I call Extreme Jayden. He's the main character, but this is an alternate universe story, so he'll meet a few doppelgangers of his. I know we all love multiverse stories right now. I think we would be more accepting if the Marvel multiverse had worked out a little better, but I want to be positive here and just say there are a lot of good things in the MCU Marvel multiverse story. But back to my story. So, Extreme Jayden, he is the captain of the Edem Security Force. Edem is the island he lives on. He inherited the position of captain because there was the attack of Edem, the Battle of Edem, where most of the inhabitants were actually killed off by the Supreme Ministry. Not Supreme. Okay, so he's got this little earpiece. He can talk to his guy in the chair, which is RT. That's his friend, his best friend. Maybe I'll do a video on him. Okay, so I popped this in, and this is a while ago that I did this one, and I just popped it in, and then it just said, I didn't even ask the AI to do anything, but it just compliments me here. There's an impressive drawing of a character with a superhero-like appearance. It features a blue uniform, muscular build, and what seems to be a fiery energy emanating from one hand. Is there anything specific you'd like me to do with this image, such as providing feedback, creating a digital version, or suggesting enhancements? Thank you. Yes, you can create a digital version and suggest enhancements in text. This is back when I was a little more abrupt, I guess, with the AI. Now I say please and thank you a lot. Well, I guess I did say thank you. Anyways, here's what I can do for your request. Digital version. I'm not going to read through all of this, but I'll create a digital rendition of the character while staying faithful to your original design. It will include muscular build, blue suit, energy effect on the hand, and other details. Maybe I will read it. Enhancement suggestions, color contrast. Consider incorporating darker or lighter blue accents on the suit to add depth and dimension. Textures and details. Add texture to areas like the armor or boots to make them appear more realistic. Energy effect. Make the fiery energy more dynamic with gradients, glowing particles, or sparks flying off. Facial features. You could add slight shading ears, shading or scars to emphasize the character's backstory or personality. Accessories, adding elements like utility belt, badges, or futuristic gadgets could enhance the character's uniqueness. Pose. For the digital version, a slide action pose like stepping forward or holding the fiery hand higher might add a dynamic feel. Awesome. Okay, running out of breath here. I'll get started on the digital version now. Came up with this, which I really do like. It's pretty cool. I mean, obviously it doesn't have the notches. Small detail, tends to change things. Added these kind of boots that go straight into the knee armor, which I kind of like. Pretty cool. Not exactly what I was envisioning, but I kind of do like the idea of kind of an armor. It was supposed to be more of a resilient material. It's still really flexible, but the armor's pretty cool too. Here's a digital rendition of your character. The design maintains the muscular build, blue suit, and fiery energy effect while adding textures and enhanced details for a dynamic feel. Let me know if you'd like further adjustments or specific changes. It was supposed to be blonde. I changed it to blonde later. It looks really good. The chest piece is cool. This is me, but not what I'm looking for with this costume. We get rid of the center chest piece and put the capital letters ISF in small letters on the left chest plate, please. Completely ignored the ISF thing. Well, I guess it just put it on the belt. Okay. That's pretty cool. We're getting away from the comic book style. I do like this animation, but I'm going for more of a comic book style. So I'm trying to ask it to remove the chest piece, add ISF. So got the ISF there. Still have the chest piece. This mask is kind of cool, but not exactly what I'm looking for. This material is kind of like, looks kind of like what I was thinking for the whole thing initially. Let's see. Here's the updated version. Blonde hair, ISF letters on the breastplate. Thank you. Very welcome. Need anything else? Feel free to ask. Enjoy bringing your character to life. Okay, so that's kind of at this point when I was working on it, I kind of gave up for the time being. I have since played around with other versions. Comic character, let's see this one. That's for the Forever Man and Mutation Christmas special. Also on jakestories.com. And let's see. Soldier and Burn setting. I think I started. Okay. So this is, I was trying to get this to create Jayden in the beginning. There's a scene where he's on his couch. He's having a nightmare. And with his flame generation powers, sets the couch on fire. So I always kind of struggle here with this prompt. I may go in more detail into this prompt. And I think I failed to mention comic book style here. Let's see. Oh, this one I kind of like. This is a scene, again, close to the beginning, where RT, his friend, shows up, and he's showing him that there is a vessel nearby their island. Not super near, but, near enough for them to pick up on it, and it's heading towards them. So it's like it knows that they're there. Spoiler alert. Fairly early in the story, so maybe I'll edit that out. Let's see. mean, that's something that you could have like in a trailer if this were a movie. So I'll just keep it in. Okay, let's just skip to superhero sleeping on a couch. So yeah, this one entered that image. Look at that. Not too bad. Then I kind of gave up at that point, I guess. Where are we? Okay, I'm gonna just skip up to this recent one that I did. I made my project, real world comic book. Gonna try and convert it into a comic book, possibly. Been experimenting with that. Background music for your entertainment. Mutated jungle. Okay, so there's a scene where, and this is before he gets his powers, and there's a flashback story and a present time story. In the flashback story, he goes on a mission to the Paradisium, which is the country controlled by the Supreme Ministry, and this part is what used to be the United States. In California, they land and there's a mutated jungle because everything, or not everything obviously, but a lot of things have been mutated. And so not only humans have superpowers, but the plants and the animals have been mutated as well. So I popped this one in, and as you can see here, I added the blonde hair in paint. Please take the image of this character, Jayden Lancaster, put him in a mutated jungle with vines that are constraining him. Please don't include the fire. So, bada bing, bada boom. This one turned out pretty good. Pretty cool. Yeah, he gets tangled in these vines, and the uniform looks pretty cool. It's not, I think I'm going to have to settle for a little bit of inconsistency here with, the comic book. I'm not sure right now if I want to go and do this comic book or I've got another story I want to do to make a comic book for. So I might go for that first. But then I just wanted a little wider shot, so please zoom out for a wider shot, and that turned out pretty good. The lettering kind of turned into like 157 instead of ISF, but whatever. Still looks pretty cool. And yeah, okay, that's Jayden character creation. So this is Extreme Jayden. He's from the Extreme World. You'll find out why it's called the Extreme World in the novel. Again, found on jakestories.com. It is about this super soldier from an alternate universe who has faced a lot of trauma in the island that he lives in. It lives on safe away from the Supreme Ministry. Now the Supreme Ministry is messing with other universes, and he's got to help those universes, help those worlds. So, yeah, he'll meet doppelgangers, allies along the way. It's a whole fun shindig, all right? So, and it's free on jakestories.com, one chapter at a time. If you're into sci-fi fantasy, I encourage you to try it out. Of course, I encourage you to try it out. I wrote it. So, anyways, thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about the real world, about Jayden, these characters, anything, other videos, feel free to ask me, comment, hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies. if you hate it, you want to torture them with this. No, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.